Hello everyone, this is Ron from High Tech Legion, and this is the Lepa G Series 650-watt power supply, and it is an 80 plus gold certified power supply, and is a hybrid modular in design. Open the box and find the user's manual in multiple languages. And this is actually their latest G series version. They also have the B series, which is a bronze certified power supply series. Each of the modular wires in this package comes in a separate container. We'll put that aside for a bit. And the main unit is in the main compartment. You can see there. Also comes with mounting screws and of course your power cord. The previous G series power supplies from Lepa were actually designed by Enermax, and they range in capacity from 500 watt to 700 watt and 900 watt. Now these new versions are use channel well technology designed OEM power supplies, and they were actually range from 650, which is what you see here, and 750 and 850 watt models as well. With this design, you can find a 140 millimeter fan in the middle, which is actually thermal controlled and is idle whenever the load goes down below 15%. So for most systems, that is around 100 watts, and that is most of the newer systems are idle power supply load, and the fan will not spin since the unit itself is not that hot. But of course it ramps up intelligently depending on the load, and of course performs much more silently compared to other power supply models. As you can see here, the hybrid modular design, you have your standard 24 pin power connector, which is around 2 feet long, measures 600 millimeters long, and also the same length. You have the 8-pin or 4+4 pin power connector for your motherboard, and there on the connector itself for the modular cables, it's labeled PCIe. You have 2 8-pins for the PCIe, and you have 4 Molex, SATA, or floppy disk connectors. And there's also a diagram in there to show you what it looks like when you plug it in. Of course, it's color coded, so it's much easier, especially if it's inside your case. It's a bit darker, so it's easier if you have the PCIe in red, as they have done here, and the Molex in standard black. And let's take a look at the unit itself from the outside. It is a textured covering. See there with the G series logo and the Lepa logo, right? And here at the back, see honeycomb exhaust, and you have your power switch and a power connector. Of course, this is compatible from 100 volt to 240 volts, so it's pretty much compatible with anywhere in the world. And you can plug it in and take it anywhere. Of course, you just need a converter for the plug in case your country doesn't have this US standard North American plug right here. And as for the breakdown in here, you can see the table of values here. It has a single 12-volt rail, which is 54 amps. It's very good for handling high-end video cards. And let's take a look at the cables, which are included in the package. As you can see in here, I'll just move the main unit. These are flat cables, easier management, and these are about 450 millimeters long from the main connector all the way to the first connector, which is this first SATA connector, and then additional, I believe, 150 millimeters. So that is a sufficient length for cases, even if you have a full tower case for easy cable management. You have 1, 2, 3 SATA, and I believe there's 3 more SATA here, so 6 SATA, 7, 8, 9 SATA connectors. And for Molex, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 Molex connectors and 1 floppy connector. And for the PCIe, for each single red PCIe connector that connects to the main unit, you have a pair of 6 plus 2 pin connectors. Of course, each of those can power a very high-end power supply, or rather a high-end video card. So the standard connectors here you can run up to Two-Way Sli for high-end video cards, such as the GTX 680 or GTX 580 with a Lepa G series 650-watt power supply. So what we should do now is, of course, plug in this power supply into our test system. Let's run our benchmark and also take out our multimeter and see how well this power supply performs.